I hope you're fine. I hope that you are amazing. Welcome back to my normal viewers, and for the new viewers, karibu sana. Where it's been a while, like it's been ages. I know that I made some promises to do some videos. Ni kama nimekuwa mtu wa fake promises, but then it's been up and down, but let's see and let's continue from where we left. So I remember I have actually been promising to complete the final stories. Remember last year I had promised to do 3 stories. I did one, then I think last month I did another story, and now today I'll be doing the final stories. And this is just because I had promised to do 3 videos, and this is a continuation of the stories between a dad and a daughter's real life stories. Well, if you go back and watch, I'm going to pin the link to the first and the second video. You'll notice that in the first video and in the second video, it's more of our relationship in my childhood. But for today's video, I'll do a story on that experience a bit of our relationship as an adult. That is the reason I think I've been quite hesitant to do it, but well, since I had promised to do it, and I'm sure you'd learn something from it, that's the reason why I'll do it now. So I'll take you back to the year, was it 2019? Oh no, it's actually 2020. The beginning of 2020 was when COVID hit, and that's when there was a lockdown. So I come from a small village, and I was actually home that time. And remember during COVID time, we had the lockdown measures, and I remember at that time most people were locked down at their homes too. See, with COVID, watu wengi walienda home with the fear, like there were no lots of people in town areas and where, so most of us we went home. And then also because of work things, people had to go home. Yeah, so with the lockdown I was actually at home, and during that time I was studying. So what happened was that in the course of my studies, we actually adopted online learning immediately. Like, this is COVID this week, and then next week we just shifted to online, so there was no break at all. So the hassles of doing online learning in a village can be quite tricky and intense. And for this reason, I remember I used to have classes at, I think from, was it 5:40? Yeah, 5:40 to 9 p.m. Those were whether the physical, but then they shifted to online. So I would have my classes from 5:30 to, 5:40 p.m. to 9 p.m. And the thing was not even with online learning, but during that season tuko kwa lockdown, and then that time I was home. The transformer that was at home, I think it had an issue, so we faced an immediate power issue. So hakukuwa na stima that area. And then, you know, with COVID, there's no movement. People are living in fear, like hata hungetembelea mtu, like you couldn't even visit someone because there was this fear. Like, you remember how there was this fear and this everyone was just so tense. The atmosphere was so tense. Even visiting someone was not just something you would consider. So niko hapo nyumbani, I'm supposed to do online learning. Hatuna stima, like you can't even go to even the entire neighborhood hakuna stima. And I'm supposed to do my online classes. I think I was doing 4 evenings in a week. So kama ni Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday na Thursday, hivyo jioni every jioni. So you're in this situation, uko ushago, because of the lockdown you can't even come to town areas also. And that time when it was initially imposed, it was very, very strict. Not like initially data when anyone could just find your way or navigate through. That was the initial stages, so it was quite tough. And I remember that time it was quite hectic, and uko tu ushago, and it was quite a stress because you're expected to attend classes. And for the institution that I was attending classes was mandatory. Okay, implying it was mandatory because we had to attend 90% of the classes because they amounted to 10% of your total GPA. So the attendance was very important. So 10% was about attendance and participation. And by having, if you've not attended 90% of the classes, that means that you could not sit for your exams. And actually, for that system, the attendance is much more valued, and it contributes to your final grade. So however, whichever mean you have to use, you have to show up. So there are the classes you have to attend. It's in the middle of the semester. You can't even say like drop some subjects or do something. Like it will just be so costly to drop some subjects or differ. And there, because it's in the middle of the semester, I remember it was around February or March thereabout. So we were actually doing the mid semester exams. So you can't drop, you can't stop studying, and you have to do your assignments. There are plenty of discussions, group works, projects. You have to attend all of them, and then you're in a place hakuna stima, hakuna power, you don't have solar. It was quite hectic, but then I'm so grateful that I have a very supportive dad, and he really played a key role in during that time, especially towards supporting and ensuring that my studies were continued, that I didn't have any trouble. So what would happen was that, say, let's say, so today I have my laptop, it's fully charged. Meaning that I would attend today's class atakama. So the class is around, let's say atani from 6, 7, 8 up to 9, that is 3 hours. So for 3 hours, at least even if it lasts 2 hours, at least I would have made some progress. So what would happen was that at that time, well, I had another laptop, like I had 2 laptops, one I had borrowed from my sister. So I would, let's say mine is charged today. Today is the first day, iko charge. So for him, he would, because maybe, well, there is somehow he would access past the lockdown, and kuna venye tu angepata the laptops charged. So what would happen was that I'm at home. Saa hiyo hata hautatumia simu because hautaki kumiss out on any conversation, because if your phone goes off what would happen was that kama ni WhatsApp group ama communication, you'll miss. So you don't even want to stay online that much. Maybe yenye washe simu uingia online, then you stay with the data, like, because you know how it is when the power is down, you don't even want to use your device carelessly ama anyhow. So today is the first day. He would my laptop is charged, I would attend class, and then he would ensure tuseme kama maybe class inaisha 9 p.m. the class is supposed to end at 9 p.m. I think by maybe 7 or even 8 he would even come back home earlier to ensure hii laptop haijaisha charge, and then the other one is not there. So it was quite a struggle, but that is the strategy that we'd use to survive. And then I think after a month, he had to have solar installed at home, like an entire solar system, so that without steamer, we would not be in the same position again. Like I would have to continue to study. So that was a gesture that was specifically for my studies. Like hadi kuinstall solar haikuwa ati ni juu ya anything that they even needed any extra rate or anything, but that was because I needed to study, because I remember hiyo transformer ilikaa kitu ka 4 months or 5. I remember even living home, and even the lockdown, the cessation of movement had actually gone. The laws surrounding the cessation of movements had a bit loosened, so we'd travel. I remember even coming back to my place, na bado stima hazikuwa zimerudi huko. The reason I'm giving this story is to show the role that he played towards ensuring that I had a smooth transition from offline studying to online studying. With online learning, of course there's some inequalities. Hawezi enda tu hapo kusema kwetu hakukuwa na stima and mark you, not even the lessons. The most interesting thing was the exams. With online exams, there's a software called responders. So with responders, your webcam is on and your mic is on. So basically the exam supervisor atakuwa tu anawaona everywhere kwa webcam. So so you have to stay there, and then with the browser you cannot even close the window. So if you're doing your exams, you'll just be hapo. And so imagine unafanya exam, stima imepotea, internet connectivity iko chini, like it can be quite difficult. Thinking of it, like without power, without internet, catching up with online learning ni ngumu, and then you cannot like give yours as a special case because other people are doing it. So it's either you shape in or you shape out. So that was one of the stories that maybe I think that I thought I should share with you guys. It's not really a story at yenye ikona anything hilarious like my other stories, but it's just an action that helped me. And well, I'm just so grateful. I'm just so blessed that it happened that way. So to all the fathers out there, big ups. Continue to be responsible and play your roles responsibly. Your kids gotta appreciate that. And someone asked me, na unapenda kupeana stories about your dad, what about your mom? Anyway, story for another day. I love my mom and she's amazing. She's just awesome and brilliant, amazing and everything. And perhaps I think most of the people do give stories about their moms, and the roles of dads are quite underrated. Yeah, I would say they're quite underrated. Not many people give stories about their dads, but I feel it's a role that I'm grateful for. It's something that I feel blessed to have, and yeah, I think it's something that I should share with you guys. Anyways, that's just a short story for today. Thank you for watching up to the end, and God bless you. Until next time, my name is Ms.Matheri, and this is a Ms.Matheri show.